Johan at SiGMA Europe, and I am joined now with the team from Zimpler and Frank&Fred. I have Rhi Burns and Johan with me from Zimpler and Johan from Frank&Fred, and today we're going to delve deeper into their offerings and their target markets and what they're doing in the gaming industry here at SiGMA. First of all, guys, welcome. I'm so glad to see you here.
Thank you for having us.
What's your thoughts so far on the whole expo? What are your thoughts from the previous years?
So far, great. It's a new venue, so we were super curious to see how it would look, but we're really enjoying the space, the energy, and it's very busy. Very, very well done.
Totally agree. I think it's leveling up every year, and the best one so far. Expecting a lot for the next one.
So guys, let's dive into what Zimpler does and what are your main offerings. How is Zimpler contributing to this huge iGaming space, and what are you doing for your customers?
Yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, Zimpler is payments, so account to account, instant transactions in and out, and really simplifying the whole payment and onboarding flow for end users. We mostly focus on the iGaming industry, and until now our key markets have really been within Europe, so Nordics, Baltics particularly, but now we are expanding into Latin America, with Brazil as our next key market. It's a super interesting market with regulation coming up, and within improving payment rails, it's a super interesting market to start exploring.
I also heard about the new feature called Zimpler Go. Can you tell me what inspired the development of Zimpler Go, and how is it standing out from the rest of the services offered in the iGaming industry?
Zimpler Go is a super exciting product. It really ties us very closely in with the operators because we take care of the registration, the KYC, the verification, and all of the instant payments. So instead of a player having to fill in a 15-page form to register and deposit, 3 clicks and they're in. This has been pretty popular in Europe for a while now, but what we have done recently is launch this new product in Brazil, where it's a completely new flow. What we've seen on average is that for a player to register and deposit, it's around 17 steps today in Brazil, and with the Zimpler Go flow, it's 3 clicks to register, deposit, and to know who your player is. So it's new, and it's something that we're trying out in the market, and so far it's been very well received.
And how is Frank&Fred assisting in this? And what are they doing as a company? How are they using this product? I want to know more from your end, Johan.
Well, assisting, I don't really know. I mean, we'll be a customer. We might be assisting by being a pain in the ass of trying to get a really sharp product here. But I mean, for us, we've also been in the pay and play side of things as an operator before, seen how both this adds to security and the trust of the players and the better experience in general. So yeah, when Zimpler told us they were launching this, we're very thrilled. We totally understand there would be some bumps in the beginning, but end game here, I think it's very exciting and not too far away. So we're looking very much forward to go down this journey with Zimpler and see what we can accomplish.
I mean, adding to this, one of the key benefits with launching a new product in a new market with a player that is not already established is that it's easier for Frank&Fred to break new grounds, to set a new standard than any other company that have a legacy in that market. So that's extremely valuable for us venturing with something new in a new market.
Johan, how is Zimpler looking into the unique payment challenges in regulated markets in the iGaming sector?
That's a very good question. I would say that one of the key benefits during the past years has been that iGaming and payments are so closely connected. We see that time after time, that markets that are very, where Zimpler and other payment companies work very closely together with iGaming companies, are the markets that are mostly successful from an end user perspective. The end user experience from UX and regulatory and AML have the sort of best outcome when we work so close together. Going back a few years in sort of the 2006, 2005, it was you could have a good iGaming experience, but a dreadful total experience because you couldn't get your money out. And it was a mess signing up for an account. With our joint solutions, that is a complete seamless experience. And the end user could focus on what she or he wants to do. So I think it's a perfect partnership that we could add a lot of the AML and regulatory pieces that the iGaming companies and Frank&Fred needs for their line of business, and it benefits the end users.
Now let's discuss a bit security and compliance. How is Zimpler prioritizing these aspects in the iGaming sector, and what are you doing to make sure you have the most secure products out there?
That's a very good one. I would say that we've been investing heavily in our AML work for the past 5 years. And the reason being is that when we started this, what we're doing is essentially is building a layer of modern technology on top of the bank's old infrastructure. So the banks are our closest partners. And when we started this, the banks were like, all right, so there's a few things we hate in life. It's iGaming and it's payment providers. And we're like, all right, that's not a good starting point. So what we started to do was opening up our books and our systems, and we invited the banks for on-site visits to go through our email policies and how we work. And that did not happen overnight, but all of a sudden we went from being perceived as being high risk to being perceived as a trusted partner. So today, a lot of banks would prefer to work with us rather than having onboarding merchants directly, because they know that we could handle the risk involved with these industries rather than dealing with it themselves. Now I forgot the sort of percentage point, but I think that a few months ago, 13% of our staff was AML related. So it's a good crowd. Yeah.
I would really love to add to that. In Brazil specifically, a big issue that a lot of operators have had is around fraud and bonus abuse. This is something that ends up making it an expensive market for them. And it's been fun to see as how a payment provider we can help them tackle that with our KYC, our CPF checks, so they know exactly who the user is. They can lock the account so users can't use other people's payment methods, and they can really combat a lot of the issues that they've seen in the market just through using Zimpler.
How easy it is for operators to integrate Zimpler Go new feature into their profiles?
Because I studied law, I can talk about tech stuff here. Normally companies do direct integrations or utilize any of the sort of 20 payment gateways that we work with. So a normal integration normally takes like 3 weeks. However, most of the companies that we're now going live with in Brazil are companies that we already work with in Europe. So it's basically just an add-on, a different endpoint to the API, and then we're live. So pretty straightforward.
I would like to ask more about your new launch in Brazil. Tell me a little bit more about this. I heard that you've also opened an office there. I want to know more.
Yes, we have a team of people now on the ground in Brazil. We realized that we knew this was a market that we wanted to approach. They had kind of a trusted and secure payment rail already, which is what we have built on top of. But there were some features that we felt like we could use our expertise from Europe to improve that experience for the end user and for the operator. So we decided Brazil was the next country that we wanted to approach. Something we saw is that relationships in Brazil is so important. So we really saw that when we're meeting with the banks, with partners, suppliers, it's super important to have someone there on the ground. So we have a small team of people in Sao Paulo, which we will look to grow. So far the launch has been amazing. It's been really well received here, kind of in the European iGaming space. A lot of operators are looking to the market as their next key focus, but also locally with kind of platforms and third-party suppliers, they're really keen to work with us on this product that is completely new to the market. So far, it's been fantastic.
So good, yeah. Johan, when it comes to Frank&Fred, are there any upcoming features or developments that we're looking to seeing in the future?
For sure. I mean, we want to innovate all the time, and payments is part of that. We're only casino now, but we have plans to add whatever new features we see fit. Sportsbook wouldn't be too far off in South America or Brazil in particular, of course. But we're looking into some more features that we think will fit the Brazilian markets and actually some other markets as well. It's always tough to stand out with innovative product in this industry at this point in time. But I do think there are some upcoming features, and there has to be in the end, when the market starts to get into a stagnated mode, you have to break some barriers and so on. So yes, that is something we find fun and thrive on, and we do want to be in the forefront here.
And lastly, to close off our interview, what do you think you're looking at as the main key takeaway from SiGMA 2023?
For me, it's just how important relationships are. I'm a big believer in remote work and kind of living your life where you want to live it. But when you get together with your team, with your colleagues and with your clients, there's nothing that can beat that kind of face-to-face relationship building.
I mean, it's always, I'd second the relationship to strengthen them again and to nurture your and grow your network is always super important, I find. It's hard to see, I don't have any particular what would stand out. There's always something, but you always kind of figure that out when you summarize it afterwards.
Adding to that, I think this is a great venue to use fast forward your growth, right? Because I mean, everything that happens throughout these days is fast tracking 2 months of work, because with all the connections and not only that, but the alignment around which areas that are actually of importance, because on a daily basis you can focus on stuff that you think is important, only to realize that no partner believes this is actually something we should work on. So it's a good way to align amongst your partners what really is a must-have and not a nice-to-have.
For sure, I fully agree with that. From myself and the rest of SiGMA team, I wish you a productive week ahead. I wish you the best of luck for SiGMA Europe in 2023 and for the rest of the year and what's coming up for you next year.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.